You pour a bowl of whole grain cereal, add a splash of almond milk, and head out the door feeling confident about your morning choices. But that daily routine is very likely a meticulously engineered deception. You purposefully bypass the glazed donuts and opt for packaged foods branded with words like light, natural, and healthy. The reality is that modern food manufacturing relies on injecting those exact health foods with massive volumes of hidden carbohydrates. This chart shows the maximum daily added sugar recommended by the American Heart Association for a healthy adult. For women, that cap is 25 grams, or about 6 teaspoons. For men, it sits at 37.5 grams, or roughly 9 teaspoons. These limits are difficult to maintain because these grams are frequently buried inside products you would never classify as sweet, from savory pasta sauces to standard condiments. Managing these numbers requires distinguishing between sugar that occurs naturally and sugar added later. Natural sugars exist inside whole foods like fruit or dairy, bound together with fiber. Added sugars are isolated carbohydrates injected into packaged foods during processing to extend shelf life and boost flavor. Manufacturers utilize over 60 different chemical names for these additives, which allows them to keep the actual word sugar from appearing at the top of the ingredient list. When looking closely at the fine print, you'll find cheap, high-volume offenders taking up space, specifically maltodextrin, sucrose, and high-fructose corn syrup. Identify them by their suffix. Any ingredient ending in OSE is an added sugar, operating under a pseudonym. By scattering these scientific names and smaller measurements throughout a single label, food chemists make it difficult for the average consumer to calculate their true intake. This chart shows the exact breakdown of a common breakfast staple, flavored low-fat yogurt. To compensate for removing the fat, manufacturers pump a single cup full of 45 grams of sugar. That equals 11 teaspoons, exceeding the daily limit in one sitting. The math holds up across the aisle. The oats in a standard granola bar are bound together by enough honey and added syrup that the sugar weight aligns perfectly with a traditional bakery pastry. Even raw oats are compromised. The pre-flavored instant oatmeal packages sold in grocery stores strip away the nutritional density of the grain and replace it with a slurry of artificial sweeteners. Then there is fruit juice. The industrial juicing process entirely removes the fruit's complex fiber, leaving a highly concentrated liquid. Without that fiber to slow down absorption, this liquid hits your bloodstream with a concentration identical to soda. Combine a glass of orange juice with a bowl of flavored instant oats, and a person will exceed their total maximum sugar allowance before 9 o'clock in the morning. This pattern extends into workout recovery. The brightly colored sports drinks lining gym coolers are tools engineered to refuel trained endurance athletes during prolonged, intense exercise. They are not designed for a casual 30-minute run on a treadmill. A standard 20-ounce bottle delivers over 32 grams of rapidly absorbing added sugar, designed for an immediate energy spike. The protein bars sitting next to them are often similar. Because they use chocolate coatings and sweet binders to hold the protein powder together, many pack in up to 20 grams of added sugar, mimicking the nutritional profile of a candy bar. Even made-to-order smoothies have severe architectural flaws. Because they rely heavily on ice cream, sorbet, and syrup bases, a single serving routinely pushes past 50 grams of sugar, outweighing the actual whole fruit content. By relying on these recovery products, you may be replacing the exact calories you just burned during a physically demanding workout with doses of pure, highly processed sugar. You can bypass the marketing entirely. To audit your own food, ignore the claims printed on the front of the box and look exclusively at the data on the back. This is a standard FDA nutrition label. While the total sugars line includes natural sources, the indented subline right below it, labeled includes added sugars, isolates exactly what was added to the product during manufacturing. Focusing on this line bypasses the dozens of scientific names on the ingredient panel. Whether a recipe uses agave or barley malt or even dextrose, the total weight of those additives must be tallied on this single line. Use this as a rule of thumb when navigating the grocery store. Aim to purchase products that contain less than 5 grams of added sugar per serving. You can apply this framework today. Take a look at the supposedly healthy items sitting in their pantry and check that specific line. Once you can audit the back of the package, the claims on the front lose their power. Subscribe to Feel Fresh Life to continue seeing what is really in your food.